fellas.
Justin Bieber.
So the first, one more time.
Force.
Bye. Wow, that was really awkward.
Okay, that's all B-roll.
Hi, it's Neo here. Welcome to another episode of I'm Listening. We are on episode 2 and honestly halfway through this series, which is pretty crazy to me. If you're new to this, it's a series where I get you to share your stories. Life, love, adventures, pretty much anything under the sun. And each week I give you a theme, you write in, tell me your thoughts, I'll read it out. It's as simple as that. This week's theme is on purpose. I personally, when I thought of this, I knew that we were going to be diving into uncharted waters because it's not really a topic that people go into every day, and who would also be really willing to go into the deep recesses of the mind and think about the why behind everything you do. It's a deep topic for sure, but it's one I'm willing to hear your thoughts on, and hopefully you would be inspired. As far as reading stories go, it's so hard just to pick 3 for today's episode because they were all super insightful, but pretty much in terms of covering all the aspects of this theme, I've selected on these few. So I hope you will enjoy it. Watch till the end of the video to find out the prize of the week and also details on episode 3. Here we go. Got my trusty iPad for the stories. And the first one I'd like to read out is from Eliza. Hey Naomi, well, I'm currently unemployed as I was laid off due to COVID-19 less than 2 weeks into my new job. When HR broke the news to me, I wasn't as disappointed as I thought I would be, though honestly, I was a little unhappy that I had left my previous job for this one. Now I have no income. After my call with HR, I felt the sense of peace within me. I'm a Christian, and I believe that things happen for a reason. It's either to set me up for better things in future, or it's something I can look back and learn from. In bad times, and I've had horrible job experiences in the past, I lean on Christ for strength, and I always aim to make the best of whatever situation I'm in. I think the negative situations I've been in before have set me up to be more independent and resilient in life. My purpose has always been to try to revolve my decisions and life around Christ. This also means being excellent at my job and what I do, treating strangers with kindness, and just loving my friends and family in the best way I know how. Of course, there are times I fail, so I learn from those. I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur, Shark Tank, so I suppose that's the next big goal for me, to start my own business. To me, my purpose in life doesn't change, and I let my goals lead me on adventures. Not sure if I'm really answering your question, but just wanted to share my story too. Thank you, Eliza. That was a very short and sweet story, but it really sums up your heart and your intentions and your purpose in life. And I think that most of us, if not, some of us, we really find our purpose rooted in our faith. And that's totally okay. Even if you don't have that too, that's perfectly fine. As long as we are on this journey and we're willing to figure out what inspires us, what motivates us, what drives us to be the people that we are, and even find an identity that ultimately will serve your goals in life, you're pretty much on your way. So thank you for that, Eliza. I've really had some deep thoughts reading your story, and I'm very thankful for it. This next story is by Charlotte, and she goes, Hi Naomi, I'm 20 this year and currently studying in university. Purpose to me really is a very big word. Since I was young, I never really knew what my purpose was. I just knew that I needed to score well to be able to get where I wanted. Even before university, when I was deciding on which courses I wanted to pursue, I was also at a loss. What do I really want to do? Where do my passions lie exactly? I guess one thing I realized when growing up was which subjects I liked and disliked. I realized I preferred languages and humanities. On top of it all, I really loved MCing. I participated in MC events and dreamed that one day I will be able to host the National Day Parade. I love to interact with people on a one-to-one level, and sharing experiences, telling stories, and hearing people out makes my day. I have a role model I really look up to, Michelle Obama. I watch her speeches religiously, and I learned that having a voice is such a powerful thing. It can be a tool for change. I am currently pursuing a degree in communication studies. I learned more about interpersonal communication and public speaking, and I can't wait to learn more about video editing as well. I came across videos that have inspired and enlightened me in so many ways, and sometimes I can't wait to produce one myself that will touch the hearts of others. That being said, I'm still unsure of what I want to do in the future. One thing I know is that I will continue to use my voice to help others, to share stories, and perhaps change lives in the future. I don't know how, but I will figure these out one step at a time. In the meantime, I will continue to be a listening ear to my friends and to be there for them if they need. I guess having a purpose sometimes lies in the little list of things. Thank you so much for listening. Charlotte, where do I begin? You really have my heart on this one. You know, when I first heard of you talking about your dream and one day being able to host the National Day Parade, I immediately thought of my friend and colleague at 987, Joakim Gomez. And Joakim, don't have to shout at me online on the comment section, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. Joakim had a dream to one day host the National Day Parade. And he's worked hard for it, and he's gotten to a point where he's so successful at hosting and so good at what he does. And he's been hosting the National Day Parade for a couple of times, I believe. So dreams do happen, and I really hope that it happens for you, but do work hard on it, okay? I am on the same boat as you. I do love hosting as well, and it really draws people closer together. I feel like I get to know strangers, and they end up being my friends at the end of the day. The role model that you really look up to, Michelle Obama, she's come up with such amazing quotes, and she really has thought through everything in life pretty much. When she speaks to people, when she speaks to students, even the new Netflix show that she's on, spoke volumes about her wisdom, about her experiences in life. And I don't think that we should disregard that. If anything, as you grow, as you learn, and focus on your passions, you will be able to kind of reach her level, if not be even better. Your purpose sometimes lies in the littlest of things. That to me itself is such a treasure to begin with. A lot of us don't really realize that it's the details that matter. It's hanging out with people, listening to them, getting to know them, helping a stranger when they're not able to, help themselves is also a way to connect with others. And I think that if you haven't found your purpose, I'm pretty sure you found your passions in life and what drives you and what motivates you and what inspires you. And I'm inspired by you as well. So thank you, Charlotte, for sharing your story. Story number 3 is written by Karis, and she's got such an interesting introduction to this. I love it. She goes, Google says, your life purpose consists of the central motivating aims of your life, the reasons you get up in the morning. That purpose can guide life decisions, influence behavior, shape goals, offer a sense of direction, and create meaning. I felt so tempted to read this in a Google voice. It's a work habit, but sidetracked. Back to Karis' story. If you ask me what my purpose in life is, I tell you straight up that I don't know. Some people are lucky enough to be able to find something they want to do with their life, but many don't. When I see the phrase purpose of my life, I get confused and I have mixed feelings towards it, because I don't know what the heck that means. I don't think that I have a definite purpose in life. I don't think we were born to definitely have a purpose. I think that our choices and decisions make that purpose, that it isn't given or found, but created and made. I don't have a reason why I get up in the morning. I do it simply because I have to. But as I grew up, and after making the decisions I've made and thinking things through, I gave myself reasons to get up in the morning. After choosing the paths I chose, I will tell you that my purpose is inevitably always changing. But right now, it is simply to help. Help people in need, help lift others up, learn to love myself, cheer and encourage people, and help others and myself enjoy the journey of life. It's nothing flashy or big, and it is absolutely vague. I definitely have dreams and stupidly unachievable goals, like changing the world by writing a book. But it is because I made those mistakes, I chose what I did, and daydreamed of every possible thing I could become, that my thoughts slowly created the urge to help the less fortunate. And right now, I'm in the midst of making myself. I love the whole definition of what Google says about purpose, because it kind of narrows it down and really brings up the fundamentals of life and of us trying to find meaning and where this journey takes us. And I just want to say, when you said you have dreams and stupidly unachievable goals like changing the world by writing a book, how is that in any way stupid? That is amazing. For example, just to reference like Charlotte's role model, Michelle Obama, she probably never thought that she would be able to write a book. Like, she would probably have been busy with other things, but she wrote a book in the end, and it was probably a dream of hers at some point, and she managed to carry it out. So I hope that one day you'll write this book and I'll go to your book signing and I'll be able to get a signature from you and also to read the contents of this book that you talk about. So don't chuck that aside in any way. I believe it's going to be amazing and I will be the first person there. But you know, in every other aspect of this, daydreaming and making mistakes and learning to help others, learning to love yourself, it really comes down to your purpose, and it's something that allows you to flourish. It's something that allows you to blossom. And I see this as such a great start. Even though you get confused, you have mixed feelings about this theme, I do too. And that's actually part of the reason why I brought up this theme, was so that I could get some answers and to feel like I'm not alone in this. To know that at every stage in life, I do have something to look forward to, but it might not be the same as, 20, 30 years down the road. I didn't think that at 12 I would be able to, find the love of my life at some point and get married to him. And he's doing a cheese at the moment behind the camera, but it's crazy, and now I have something to look forward to. My purpose now is to kind of, dream of a family and to start something new with somebody and to share life with somebody, and that in itself is such a beautiful thing. So I 100% agree with you that it's inevitably changing, and in some ways for the good. And those are your 3 stories for the week. I hope you enjoyed them as much as I did. Thank you so much for submitting your stories and for allowing me to be a part of them. It's such a humbling experience because now I feel like I'm not so alone in terms of thinking about my purpose, my identity, what I'm going for, where my passions lie. It's all a progress, and we're gonna be taking things one step at a time together. I want to say a big congratulations to Charlotte, Karis, as well as Eliza. You guys are going home with $100 worth of a voucher for Purpose by Pomelo. And I'm sure you and I know of Pomelo. They're actually Southeast Asia's first fashion-forward brand to come up with a sustainability collection. And that sustainability collection is parked under Purpose by Pomelo. So it's become so successful that they've decided to launch a couple more collections under Purpose. In fact, this top is from their latest collection, and 50% of this garment is made from recycled plastic bottles. So Purpose's mission is to actually change the way fashion-forward brands impact the planet, and every collection addresses a different sustainability issue. So you get to practice mindfulness, you get educated while you're on the website as well. So go check out Purpose. It's parked under Pomelo, so if anything, you will be able to find it easy peasy lemon squeezy. And with that, I have come to the end of episode 2. Do look out for episode 3 and the prize for that week. It's gonna be ultra amazing. I brought in one of my favorite brands to work with, and it's got everything to do with food. You know, as a Singaporeans, we love our food, and this pretty much tops the list for my circuit breaker foodie list. So look out for that. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye!